Istvan betrayal had just begun, and Fulgrim now faced Ferrus Manus. The two Primarchs traded blows with their monstrously powerful weapons, Fulgrim cracking his brother's skull with Forgebreaker, and Ferrus slashing open Fulgrim's gut with Fireblade. Both Primarchs faced each other on their knees, and Fulgrim once again felt an ache of sadness well within him. "My brother," he whispered, "my friend." "You have long since lost the right to call me friend," snarled Ferrus, pushing himself to his feet and staggering towards Fulgrim with Fireblade raised. Fulgrim cried out and his hand leapt unbidden to his waist. Silver steel flashed as he drew the lair blade and blocked the descending weapon. Ferrus forced the blazing metal centimeter by centimeter towards Fulgrim's face. "No, this is not right!" Fulgrim felt a monstrous presence swell around him, its power and nameless essence more intoxicating and dreadful than anything he could ever have imagined. He surged to his feet and hurled him back, spinning and lashing out with his sword. The silver edge bit deep into the breastplate of his brother's armor, and the Primarch of the Iron Hands fell to his knees once again. "Finish him! Kill him!" the voice screamed, and to Fulgrim it seemed as though it echoed across time and space as well as within his skull. He staggered with the blunt force of its imperative, lurching as though his limbs were not his to control. "He must die, otherwise he will kill you." Fulgrim looked down at his defeated opponent and saw his own reflection in the mirrors of Ferrus's eyes. In an instant that stretched for an eternity, he saw what he had become and what monstrous betrayal he had allowed himself to be party to. He knew, in that eternal moment, that he had made a terrible mistake in drawing the sword from the Lair Temple, and he fought to release the damnable blade that had brought him so low. As though moving in slow motion, Fulgrim saw Ferrus Manus reaching for his fallen sword. "Kill him before he kills you!" The silver blade clove the air as it swept towards Ferrus, and Fulgrim felt the ancient triumph of the presence that he now knew had dwelt within it all this time. He tried desperately to pull the blow, but his muscles were no longer his to control. Unnatural warp-forged steel met the iron flesh of a Primarch, its aberrant edge cutting through Ferrus's skin, muscle, and bone with a shrieking howl that echoed in realms beyond those knowable to mortals. Blood and the monumental energies bound within the meat and gristle of one of the Emperor's sons erupted from the wound, and Fulgrim fell back as the searing powers blinded him. He heard a shrieking wail whip around him as phantom skeletal hands clawed at him, and 1,000 voices tore at his mind. Ghostly whirlwinds seized and spun him around, twisting him like a limp rag in their grip. He landed heavily and rolled onto his side, heaving great gulps of cold air into his lungs as the sound of battle returned to him. Blood and the detritus of battle surrounded him, the stoic figures of armored warriors staring in wonder at the headless body that lay on the black ground before him. Fulgrim took a shuddering breath and raised his hands to the heavens, screaming his loss at the sight of his brother so cruelly murdered.